Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Los Angeles-based psychic medium Susan Schueler. What I'd like to talk about today is how you can connect with the spirit world without necessarily being a medium yourself. It's great if you want to go to a medium, but so many times the people that we're close with will easily be able to communicate with us once they cross over if we're open to the experience and if we're aware of the ways that they may communicate with us. Let me give you an example. When I was still very early on in my own mediumship development, I would notice there would be number sequences that I would see when I was thinking about my dad. My dad was on the other side. And I would notice that I'd see a lot of 1, 1, 2, 3s. And it took me a while before I realized, wait a minute, Daddy died on November 23rd. And then all of a sudden, the realization hit me that that's his way of kind of waving to me. And so many times I'll be feeling like maybe a little down or like I need a little bit of encouragement. And I'll see the number 1, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, oh, that's Daddy's way of kind of waving to me. So after I got more aware of that, I kind of started playing with it a little bit. We now have 2 different songs that he will usually present to me when I really need to hear from him. The one is, you might know it, it's Stevie Wonder's song, Isn't She Pretty, Isn't She Beautiful? I forget what it is. But it's about the birth of his daughter. And I remember I was coming back from a conference that I had just done with James Van Praagh many, many moons ago. And as I was coming back, I was just thinking of my dad, and I was thinking about all the great messages that I had gotten from him during the week's training. And I heard that song, and it was like such a clear indication to me that this was his way of saying, Susie, I'm watching. The other song that he often plays and sends my way is Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. And it's come through so many times and with such clarity that there's no way I could be making that up. So what I'm saying is, be aware of the songs that you're hearing, of the billboards that you're driving by, of the number sequences you may be hearing, because the spirit world, guys, it's not some faraway place. It's this far away. It's in the same area in which we're living. They're just in a different dimension. And they do spend a lot of time with us. The one thing that I notice time and again when I do mediumship readings for people is it's so clear to me when the spirit's communicating with their loved one, they're keeping an eye on them, they're watching them, they're aware of what we're doing in our lives, and they're supporting us. So especially when you've lost somebody that is very, very near and dear to you, and you'll tend to feel like you're lost and alone and they're gone. They're not. Many times it's just our grief is so all-encompassing at the time. And I'm going to say I predominantly notice this with people who have lost a child or if someone who's lost a spouse. And I'm not saying other deaths are easier, but that's just what I've noticed is sometimes it can get in the way of a good connection. So if your loved one has passed and you don't feel them right away, don't panic. It doesn't mean that they are not around you. It just means that you might be feeling some very intense emotions right now, and they might be sort of getting in the way. That doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way, though. So be open. To this day, I've got lightings I love a lot of different lighting, and I've got lighting around one of my rooms. And to this day, I'll say, Daddy, is that you? And he'll dim the lights for me. So you can play with it. You can have fun with it. So remember, everybody has these abilities. They may not get as deep as when you go to an actual medium, but when your loved ones, they want you to know that you're not alone. They want you to know that they're there for you. So I'll leave that with you today, and I'm giving you a homework assignment. Go play. Go set some boundaries or some things for your loved one to send your way, and just enjoy it. I think one of the easiest things to do is when you're driving in your car to play with it on the radio. Like, send me some messages via song, okay? And you just have a lovely day. Once again, this is Susan Schueler, Psychic Medium, and you can find me at mediumsusan.com. Have a great day.